to speak our mind and talk our truth. So, I crossed the Mexican border undocumented at the age of 8, which is, I think, one of the reasons that I've been invited to speak here tonight. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about that experience, but then I'm gonna kind of make it about what's going on today. So my family and I lived here when I was small. My grandfather died in my parents' home country when I was 6, and my mother and I went to the funeral. And because we had overstayed a visitor's visa prior to that, we weren't able to get back in. My dad was here, we were there, and they tried many different routes to have us unify our family again. And finally, they landed on this decision to pay people smugglers, coyotes they're called in Spanish. They took us to Tijuana, they put us in a shack, and I was 8, but I have lots of memories about it. The outhouse and the stained mattress, which was the only thing, to sleep on, and we were there for days and days and days and days. But here's the part of that story that I wanted to tell you about today. They were concerned about crossing us because I'm Caucasian, and they thought we were more visible than some of the other people that they crossed, and the penalty for crossing a non-Mexican at the time, it's been a while since I was 8, was stiffer for them, and so they were concerned about us. So they would argue amongst themselves and come to my mom with ideas like, what if we stick you in the trunk of a car? My mom was like, that's a bad idea, we're not doing that. And then they came one day and they said, we think it would be better if we cross you separately. First the little girl, and then you. You're more conspicuous together. If we separate you, it will be easier to cross you. And my mother said, absolutely not. We have come all this way together, and we are not going to be separated. And this man, who made his living breaking the law, who was paid to traffic in humans, looked at her and said, you know what? You're right. Mothers and children belong together. And I've been thinking a lot about that in the last couple of weeks, because what this outlaw wouldn't do, our government is doing in our names and under banner of law. And it's very easy to get overwhelmed and just despondent and frustrated, but we can't do that, because it's not that it could have been me, it's not that I know someone, it's not that you know someone, it's that this is being done to every single one of us right this minute, same as if they were taking the children that we were nursing at our breast, same as if they were taking the babies that we stayed up with overnight when they had a fever. They're our children, and they're somewhere, we don't know where, and they are alone, and they are afraid, and it is unacceptable. So we didn't make this mess, but we're gonna fix this mess. That is our job. So, I have a friend, very politically engaged, every morning on Facebook she posts about 5 different links about this outrage and that outrage. And at the beginning there used to be all these comments, and now I see that they get a couple of likes, maybe 1 or 2 comments from the diehards. And sometimes I think, she's yelling into the void. But that is the wrong way to think about it. We cannot get numb to this. We cannot feel that we've made enough calls. We cannot feel that we've given enough money. It doesn't end until we take our country back and we have a government that we can be proud of. So, we're doing it right now. We're doing it today, together. But it means doing it tomorrow. It means making a call tomorrow and then making a call the next day, and giving money tomorrow and giving money the next day. There's all kinds of things. If we want to help these kids, I have a list that some of them are being held in Manhattan. If you speak Spanish, there are things that you can do. There's all kinds of things that we all can do today to help make the situation better until we can overturn all of the wrongs that are being made in our name. So thank you very much.
Thank you.